Mm. Whoever's in chat, what up? It's a scuz live stream. It means I just woke up and my shit's all fucked up and I look like probably something rolled over out of a fucking car wreck or something. Ah, I'm gonna balance this. Why is it so unbalanced? Oh, I see. There we go. I fixed it. There's my dog's bowl in the background. And my dog. Cheers, whoever's in. When I'm tired, I'm not going to do those fucking outrageous things. But today we're going to talk about a little bit about just what I think of the rock scene and, like rock and roll. And here's I don't know what the fuck else you'd call it, but just garbage fucking rock and roll. So I want to talk about it because it irritates me. And I'm not awake, so let me wake up. While I'm drinking coffee. Yeah, I named it's a clickbait fucking beginning title on this. Obviously, I know who, I don't have a big channel, so I got to use clickbait titles just like fucking DLF. Okay, that's just well, he has more than me, but his shit is so boring. I guess you're gonna have to, work at it to learn to love him if you like DLF. So, I see if I can wait till someone else comes in though. This is going to be a live stream about why I'm disgusted by the rock scene. I'm not saying I don't like rock and roll. Just some bands are just such shit. And what's really interesting is these bands, they fucking have no dislikes. I don't get it. If they fucking suck royal fucking dick and they have no dislikes, they must give free cocaine to their fucking entire audience before they do their channel thing. I was just looking at wait for somebody else to get in. Somebody's here, but I'm just gonna wait for somebody else to come in. If you don't mind. Right? I did, I'll just come out and say this, man. Rock and roll has gone to the fucking dogs. I mean, there was a time where it had some interesting dynamics and things were going on, but nowadays it's all about, you know, I don't even know what it's all about, rock and roll anymore. I mean, look at Stone Breed. I'll just go into it. There's one in the chat. Look at Stone Breed. I don't even look at that shit, but my friend, a friend of mine was telling me how fucked up their shit is, and he was right. They suck. Stone Breed sucks. I mean, they're trying to act like rock and rollers, and they just sound like shit. I just went look at Stone Breed's last thing like a year ago, and it's got 12 likes and not one fucking dislike. I'm like, no fucking way, really? Really? I'll just continue to wait. Maybe somebody else will come in. Once in a while, I'll probably have to clip my live stream because it's just I don't have enough shit going on. So yeah, so I don't really give a fuck anymore, about a lot of things. I don't give a fuck about Most electronic music I don't care about. Well, you know, my music's not awesome. I'm on Music Maker Jam, so it's not going to be awesome. I mean, I'm just using the best loops available on a fucking phone app, but that's it. And they're just loops. But I can jam. Like I can jam. I can actually do a lot of things with you know, on the keyboard. So I mean, even Rob Mirabilio would know that, you know, I have the potential to play keyboards. I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't say you know, I could play better than him. He's theory taught. Rob Mirabilio is theory taught. But I'm not big on that. So it doesn't make me special or anything. I'm just not big on the whole theoretical distinction of music. I just said I do what I want. You know, I used to have a brother tell me, "No, you got to play in this key and this key all the time. You're not a musician." I'm like, "Dog, no, fuck you. I play any kind of keys I feel sound right." Or you know, with music, I don't have to follow that bullshit mo. But anyway, so Stonebreed, there's one person in here, but this video will probably go up, so I just might as well start talking about it. 12 likes, 0 dislikes. If you go and listen to that, I mean, even a biker would fucking probably, you know, get pissed off if that fucking band showed up at Sturgis and started playing. Unless there's just shitloads of cocaine going around. You know, I'll be honest with you, a lot of these rock and roll gigs, I think, are just setups so that a lot of drug transactions can take place. Like in the crowd, while the shitty band, rock band, is going, yeah, you know, yeah. And why do rockers always go like this? Like they're getting pumped in the ass. That's what Stonebreed does. He fucking kind of like up and down shit like that, like he's getting taken up the ass. Why do they do that? You know, Stonebreed, I don't get it. You fucking suck. And nobody's disliking your shit, really? I mean, even I didn't give him a dislike because I was like, that was polished. A shitty rock band with no dislikes. That was polished because, you know, I was like, man, how can you have a shitty rock band with not one dislike? It's because people are brainwashed into that kind of music. So much so that when the shitty bands come up and try to play with that kind of shit, they'll fucking just think it's cool as fuck. But I don't. And I'll be honest, I honestly think a lot of these bands, they're just cracking off a little gig so that people can sell the drugs in the fucking crowd or outside of the venue. I honestly do not believe they take that band seriously or anyone else takes the band seriously, but it's just a front. So lots of powder can flow back and forth whenever they're going to play somewhere, and shitloads of money can be made. That's why they're getting all the likes, because all the drug dealers are happy. You know, all the people got stoned and they're happy. So nobody's going to give a fucking dislike to Stonebreed for that reason. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. This tastes good. So nobody's coming in my last live stream I did. I got 3 dislikes and 2 likes, and I don't give a fuck. That's not something to cry about. You know, just once in a while, I'm not going to hit it. Or in the live streams, what the fuck is special about a live stream anyway? Nothing, because you know, well, unless you're pre-planned and you're just doing a lot of research stuff like Linda Moulton Howe or something, you know, you're doing a lot of research, pre-planning before your live stream, and a lot of research goes into, of course, the live stream is going to be super valuable, or at least to a degree. Linda Moulton Howe, though, I ain't gonna lie, she's reaching a pretty old age, and you know, I'm surprised she just keeps kicking and researching and doing all the stuff that she does do. But I like Linda Moulton Howe. I like Jimmy Church. Linda Moulton Howe is probably more of a Democrat, though, and I'm not going to hold that against her. She doesn't get politically. She doesn't, except for the coronavirus. She says everybody has to wear a mask, and she doesn't even fucking think, no. Well, anyway, that's probably because she's older. Yeah. Like, I'm old enough, if I got coronavirus, I could possibly die, you know, but no, not likely. It's a fucking cold, basically. So who do I like? Who gives a fuck, right? Hey, what up? Somebody came in chat, so hello. Don't leave, just don't be a dick. I'm talking about Stone Breed, right? A rock band that sucks dick. Yeah. Stone Breed is a band that fucking he left already. As soon as I started talking, motherfuckers come in because they're really just DLF's people or just a mixed ratio of fucked up losers. Seeing my live stream and they're just coming to check it out. Stone Breed sucks dick. They got 12 likes on their last shit and 0 dislikes. And their music sucks fucking cock. The guy, he bounces up and down like he's on a dick. I don't get it. Why is rock still get 12 likes and 0 fucking dislikes? Stone Breed sucks dick. Look, I'll even show you. Look at these fucking stupid fucks. Do I got my volume down, this fucking bitch? No? Okay, hold on.
We're gonna do something that just starts out all nice and pretty. This is called Fool Again.
This shit sucks.
I've been waiting such a long time. I've been walking down the same street on the road leading back to the same following the same star. That's here and out in the sky.
Enough of that. All right. Now I could sit there and let you hear more of it, but if you listen to that all the way through, I mean, their arrangements are okay, but at the end of the day, that's the most fucking boring ass rock I've ever fucking heard. Okay, and there's no way you can spice something like that up. There's no fucking way. It's like getting a prison commissary swole with no pepper. There's no way, or no salt at all. You can't spice that up in prison, bro. If you don't have the salt, if you owe drug money, you're not gonna be able to spice that swole up. No, I don't like these guys. Never did, and they got 12 likes, 0 dislikes. Now, the people that like that kind of music, they're the kind of people that go like that a lot, in the crowd. But if you look at the crowd and that when he's jamming, they're just all sitting there like this. I don't get it. What is so fascinating? It's like a form of brainwash to get into that kind of rock. To me, you got to have these days, at the very least, you got to have electronic music intertwined in your rock music. Now, you don't have to, but it helps because this is fucking 2020. So why do these rock bands think that and yet he does got 12 likes and 0 dislikes, so I really can't argue with that, right? But I don't get it. Who are these people that like that shit? The people that are going to his gig, selling drugs in the parking lot and leaving. Those are the likes. And the reason why they got 0 dislikes, because no one else went and checked them out except those fuckers that were selling the fucking dope and shit. I swear to God. If Robert came in the stream, he might even agree. I don't know. He probably wouldn't. He has his own opinion about this band, which is similar to mine, I think, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I know that he told me about them way back in the day. He says, oh, they're saying they're doing this, they're traveling here, they're touring here. And they didn't. They didn't tour or travel anywhere. And so he was making that point to me, that they were just saying that so that people would think that they're going this place, that place, and they're jamming all over the place. But you know what? A lot of people do that on YouTube. They say they're going to do this, they say they're going to do that, and they're touring, and they're not. So I honestly think that maybe the 12 likes there are half of his, is the entire band members, the groupies, and the drug dealers. That's why he's got 12 likes and 0 dislikes. I don't know. What do you think? Stone Breed. That's the name of him. Let's watch him pump. Let's watch him pump himself up and down like he's on a dig. Watch. I don't want to be a fool again. Doesn't matter if we lose or win. I don't want to give it. Be a fool again. Doesn't matter. I don't want to be your fool again. It's so fucking sad ass. Pop, gotta be out. Well, anyway, I don't know what part of the video I'm in, but actually it sounds better through the speakers. So they didn't sound as bad through my speaker here. But when I was listening to them just like on my phone or whatever, it was horrible. And it still is horrible. It's just, who gets into that kind of rock and roll anyway? You gotta be smothered with parents from years past, like the 60s, 70s type parents. And they just smear you with their fucking, asshole while you're growing up with all their bullshit. And then you end up growing up like, oh, I got to be like my dad. No, dude, you don't. That shit sucks, man. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. There is no rock and roll these days that sounds good. Unless it's got electronic fused into it or something. Or, I mean, even when some of a lot of these rock bands just copy music anyway. I mean, if you think about it, you just listen to that. It sounds like a rock tune you probably heard 1,000,000 times over by 100 different bands. 100 different bands. But they'll use the same material and change the vocals. That's why I can't stand Stone Breed. They're just not creative. They're not probably horrible at playing, maybe if they practice enough and shit, but I think they're fucking off. They don't fucking sound good. And Robert, if you ever do come in, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's leftover backwater trash music. I'm not trying to slam just Stone Breed. I'm talking about all those kinds of rock bands. This is just one. I mean, if you don't mix and integrate new ideas, because it is 2020. This is not fucking the old days from the 80s and 90s or 70s and none of that shit. So why are people trying to carbon copy all that shit from back then with their own touch is all it is. It's like, we can make it sound without a copyright strike so that it's a different song, but we'll change the vocals. No, dude, you're just not creative. That's what's up. What's up, Swishy Scott? Swishy Squishy Socks. Hey, you know what? I used to have a name on one of my troll accounts. It was called Black Shoe Mayonnaise. Yeah, Squishy Socks. I think you stole my idea. Yeah, you know what? You can actually make your own mayonnaise in your shoes, but you got to walk like for hours and hours in very humid weather. And then when you get home, you'll have like all this cream in your shoe, and you just scoop it out, and it'll be black. Not like mayonnaise, white. It'll be black. And you just smear it on your sandwich and eat that shit, bro. Yeah. But anyway, so I don't want to give in. You don't want to give in, be your fool again. How about you don't want to give in, get it up your ass again by your dad for not playing his fucking style of music? Your biker dad. No, I swear to God. So I keep singing. I gotta put these headphones on because yeah, like that. All right, there we go. Then you'll probably be able to hear me anyway a little bit. Anyway, how many of you guys actually go and see rock bands that suck like that? Oh, there's only two in here? Okay. My bad. Hey, Squishy Socks. Yeah, I'm not saying you have to. No, I'm just saying you have to get innovative. Western swing, that's a trip. No, I don't. Although I'll be honest with you, one time I went to a what do you call it? Line dancing, is that what they call that? Bar. And it was like I was protesting going there, but I had no other thing to do at the time, and I had to get a ride somewhere. So the guy said, "Well, no, you can go just hang out while I go there, drink a few beers, and maybe there'll be some chicks." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, chicks, yeah, I forgot all about that." But no, man, come on, a chick that line dances isn't gonna fucking get into my electronic style of music or anything. It was humorous. It was fucking humorous. I was like in there the whole time. Everybody's had cowboy hats on and shit, and they're all looking at me like, "Dude, where's your fucking hat, bro?" And there was a few people that didn't have hats, but they had cowboy boots, so they didn't get the fucking shaft like I did. I had tennis shoes on. Yeah, so I just don't like Stone Breed. Okay, somebody else came into chat. Now there's three. Squishy Socks. You can always hook me up with a few more of your homies too. You know that. I'll be nice to you, Squishy Socks, as long as I find out you're not going to thrash on me with DLF's folk. I mean, you could be a sleeper moderator over there on DLF's for all I know. You know what I'm saying? But so I guess what I'm saying is, yes, you can make killer music and killer stuff, but you don't have to copy shit from the past, or at least you don't have to mimic. And that's what I call it. It's called rock mimickers. That's what they are. They're fucking rock mimickers. They're not really creative, but they can mimic rock and roll. And that's what they do. I mean, I'd much rather listen to just myriads of the fucking Beatles. I'd much rather listen to the Beatles than that. But that's no longer. That's from the past, and that's fucking here nor there either, because I'm into other shit nowadays. But oh, okay, Squishy Socks. Well, hey, You know what? That's what I'm saying. You could be a mod here once I get a few more people coming in, but I'm only going to test you out as a mod if you try, if you would like to, and see how that goes. I don't want to get hoodwinked into a a double agent, so to speak. And but I will give it a shot. I mean, it's easy enough to fuck with shit like that. I just don't have enough coming in right now. The most I've had in so far since I started the stream was three. 3 different times I've had 3 people in here, but the fucking third person keeps coming in and leaving. It's like a tattletale type of action. It looks like a tattletale. Oh, what's he doing now? Okay, get off his live stream. He's doing this. He's doing that. No. Yeah, Stonebreed, you know, has no options but to suck. So that's it. That's how it's going to work out. I mean, we could listen to another song of Stonebreed and see, oh my God, this one's 8 years old. I don't want to look at that. That'd be probably horrible. But anyway, so I just like whatever sounds good. Sometimes I make music myself and I'm very disappointed after I've heard it like 3 times after I played it on YouTube. I'm like, why the fuck did I make that song? What was going through my mind? What the fuck? Hey, Squishy Socks, are you ever going to change your pick? Because, I mean, I don't know what I'm looking at there. It looks like a hand puppet or something in your pick. Oh, yeah. I'm convinced that Stone Priest is bad. Okay. No, Squishy Socks, I always wanted to know what you look like. Of course, I can't demand that from you, but I mean, that is a weird pick. It looks like, I don't know what that is. Oh, well, if that's close up of your dog's face, it doesn't even look like a dog. It just looks like a hand puppet. I can't tell what I'm looking at. That's what I'm trying to say, I guess. Oh, maybe you can give us a different pick of you, Squishy Socks, and I'll consider you even more for a moderator. You know, I don't know. I'm just asking. I'm not demanding. I'm not making demands. Yeah, I was on Black Bugatti last night, and there was a lady. Okay, Black Bugatti is a funny guy. Okay, because he's not always funny, but he picks the right topic and does the right thing. He's kind of ingenious sometimes in that way. So the other day he did his live stream, Black Bugatti, and what he did was not the other day, the day before that actually, and he did it said. I don't know. He claimed he was a Black Lives member from inception and shit. And everybody knows that he's a Trump supporter. He's not a Black Lives Matters guy, right? And he does have some black in him, but no, Black Bugatti did that on purpose so he could draw in a bunch of these George Soros like fucking people that are trying to organize all the people on YouTube that are with BLM. And it was funny because after he did that video, all of a sudden he got all these new fucker people coming in saying, "Hey, you're confusing. I thought you were for Black Lives Matter, and all this shit." Because they don't know any better. Why? Because guess what? They're only going there because the people like George Soros are trying to send these people there to organize them because they think they're for Black Lives Matter. So what he did when he did that, he did it on purpose so that people would fucking jump up into his stream. And you know what? He actually got more views because of that and everything. It was ingenious. He got a whole fucking shitload of views. A lot of trolls did come in. Eventually, I mean, they may become trolls, but he didn't care. He didn't care. And he just pissed off. It was obvious these people, they didn't have a fucking shit. Okay. Well, Squishy Socks, it was funny because Black Bugatti, the people came in after he said that about he's a Black Lives member person, and then you could tell how lame they were. I mean, he goes, the lady goes, "Don't you know that?" Because when she started discovering he's a Trump supporter and shit, she started asking him all questions. She goes, "Well, don't you know that, don't you agree that it was wrong for George Floyd to die?" And he goes, "That was one guy." is one guy. More white people are killed by police on average every day. Go look at the FBI website. And she didn't want to comment on that. The reason why is because she is just honed in on something. Because why? Because, well, maybe she's black or maybe she's getting paid under the table, from George Soros type people to organize these YouTubers together so they can try to get all these BLM people together. But it's not going to work because Black Bigot's smart that way. Or Black Bugatti. He used to be called Black Bigot. Squishy Socks, what do you think about Black Bugatti? Have you ever seen him? Have you ever seen Black Bugatti? He's fucking a good live stream to go to. You'd like it, I think. Unless, of course, you're just not a Trump supporter or something. I mean, look, I look at it like this. Trump acts literally when he's not fucking, putting a hammer down on somebody for saying shit about him or whatever. He acts like my fucking aunt, who is no longer with us, but he literally. Oh yeah, you'd like it. Squishy Socks, if you go to other YouTube channels, I'm not trying to persuade you, just to like spamming you to go there or nothing, but I enjoy his streams when he does stuff like he did the other day or a couple days ago. And then the next day, all those people came into his stream. It was hilarious. They all thought that he was going to BLM, but he didn't. And they were like, you're confusing us. It was so funny. God, it was hilarious. And he's just sitting, it was his birthday yesterday too. So happy birthday, belated birthday. I did go to his live stream last night and wish him a happy birthday. I paid him, I pay Bugatti. I pay him $5, $20 sometimes, depends on what I feel like. Because he's a Trump supporter, and I give money to people I like. Okay, I give money to people I like. I also give money to people that don't like me sometimes, just because I want to string them along so I can fucking tell them what I think of their goddamn stupid YouTube channel. It's kind of humorous. They do end up blocking you, but they regret it because they know. I fucking pay you to be a troll, bitch. That's what I'm saying. They get frustrated. They're like, oh shit, I shouldn't have really blocked him, but he was saying too many bad things about. But they need that fucking YouTube money, so it's pretty funny. Let's see, who else is funny that you'd like, Squishy Socks? Oh, by the way, did you know, I don't know if you know this, Squishy Socks, but did you know that Flying Over Trout, who is one of DLF's, I guess, he's tied in with DLF, and the guy's got almost 20,000 fucking subscribers, but he's homeless. So I went on his thing the other day, and I said, hey, look, I made a comment on after his live stream. He's in North Hollywood. And I said, look, man, you seem like a nice enough guy. I like women, but, I don't like to see homeless. And guess what? He hasn't even responded yet. I offered him a room up here for $350 a month. I offered DLF a place to stay, but he never responded because he blocked me. And I used another, avatar or site or whatever, channel. I used another one of my channels to talk to him, and he didn't even want. And I told him who I was. I said, "Look, I'll give you a fucking place to stay." He didn't even respond. Because why? Because DLF doesn't really know how to. He needs to though. He needs to get his ass up and try. Who knows? Maybe even try to be just fucking hitchhike and do weird shit like that. But he's not experienced, and he would end up getting hurt. But he really does need to get out in the world. He's just so hung up in his apartment, and his titles are making him look bad, and people aren't just unsubscribing from him for that. So maybe obviously maybe they know he's the same way. Oh, okay, yeah. I offered DLF a place, a place out here. I was going to give DLF a place. Yeah, but no, he doesn't. you know, because I'm considered to him an enemy or something, you know, and I didn't do anything wrong with DLF in the first place, ever. But I'm not going to sit here and cry to get back on DLF's shit. No fucking way. I mean, it's embarrassing. Is the titles of his fucking shit is just, it's just going to hurt him in the long run. Sure, he's going to attract real child molesters without those names, Squishy Socks. He's going to attract real subscribers that are real child molesters because they're going to go on there for that reason. Because he's saying, "Oh, pedophile, fat pedophile, you know, gets high or whatever." No, he's going to have child molesters on his fucking subbing to him. He's probably even test marketing using the word pedophile on his titles so he can do that. I offer people places all the time. I've offered like 5, 6, 7, if not 8 people that were homeless a fucking place up here that have money, that had income. They were homeless, but they have money coming in. You know, they would be able to afford $350 a month up here. Now, I don't know. I need to make like $500 a month up here, but I do. I offer people that are homeless, and they all turn me down. I don't know what their problem. Probably because I'm a thorough Republican. I'm not a Republican, but a Trump supporter. A lot of them aren't. The ones that are offered. See, I was trying to show some Democrats that a Republican is just as friendly, or a lot more friendly, actually, in a lot of ways than the people down at the food bank that are probably Democrats. Okay, I am very friendly. I've tried to get homeless people off the street. I even tried to help Black Bugatti. He's homeless, but I don't know. I don't, you know, he likes women, and I like women, but I think he, you know, he's very cautious. He's not trying to rent a place from somebody who may be gay, and I'm not gay, but he doesn't know. So I respect his decision not to respond to me, you know, for that reason. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, he's saying that on his titles. That's going to attract them like fucking honey, like a bear to honey. So I, that's funny that I said like a bear to honey. You get it? But really, man, it's not a big deal. I mean, I, I, I don't really want a person that is, you know, hurting and homeless, and who knows what kind of psychological issues they have necessarily living here. But I will get them off the street if they respond and they got money. I'm not going to give them a free place to stay, but I might give them a free month to stay here. Hold on, Squishy Socks. I don't know. No, Q Annan. I don't know what that means. The only thing I am into, Squishy Socks, is straight up adult women. I don't, if that's the way to answer you. I don't know. I like adult women. You know, I would never put my dick in a woman unless she was like 19. I wouldn't even do an 18-year-old. Just a little too much inexperience. Once they get to about 22, then at least they have some life experience, and they usually have a decent education by that time. I look, I don't know what you mean by PPL. I'm not. I mean peeps. I don't know what that means. I'm dumb in certain ways. So I mean certain things I'm dumb about. So you'll have to explain stuff to me sometimes, like the Q and no, I'll look into it. I don't know what that is. The QAnon. Oh, the Q guy, the person that's called Q. Is that who you're talking about? The person that's called Q. I think maybe. I don't know. I don't follow into that. Okay, but no, I don't know. I think you may be referring to that mysterious person called Q that says shit all the time. I don't know. But no, I just look at it like this. You know, there's I think America has an ebb and flow of dictator-like and less and or less dictator-like. Yeah. And I think Trump is one of the least likely to be dictator-like. It's that simple. I think Obama was more likely to be dictator type. He just didn't, as a president, you can't act like that here in America, but you can do it behind the scenes. And I think Obama did. Behind the scenes, he was trying to gain lots of controls. You got to realize he set up everybody in the CDC. The CDC is a private company. So now, if in the future we start getting people hassling us over the COVID, hey, you got to get tested or I got to put you in handcuffs, you'll know who started that ball rolling. Obama, not Trump. But Trump won't let that happen. See, that's the thing. If we get a Democrat in, then we're all going to be fucking possibly forced to get inoculations, forced to get tested, forced to get inoculations. I don't think Trump's going to do that. So you'd probably be better off with Trump in the second term, just because this is basically a cold virus that kills people with the effective immune system. So old people, people that are sick, you just can't worry about everything, every detail like that all the time. And the CDC is deceptive. The Faust guy, I just pulled some nose hairs out. The guy that the CDC the original CDC guy that's no longer there, I don't think. Yeah, he's fucking Obama's piece of shit. But I'm not just about politics. So if there's anything else you want to talk about, I don't even watch Trump's speeches. I just trust the guy. From the speeches I have seen, he acts like my aunt. Okay? How does somebody that acts like my fucking aunt come off as a dictator? That's absolutely bullshit. He's melancholy. He only puts his fist down and responds in kind like a man would normally to people that are assholes. That's why I like Trump. Yeah. Yeah. And then the guy across the street here, Squishy Socks, he's pissed at Trump for taking away Obamacare. I don't get that fucking idiot. He must have been on some stupid ass medical plan. Fucking Democrat, straight up idiot. I'm not going to say Democrats are all idiots. I'm just saying a lot of them are misled. And so are a lot of Republicans. I'm not going to sit there and say, I'm an independent, so I'm not with that breed. Yeah, fuck Obamacare. And Faust Obama. No. Faust was the CDC guy. Yeah. But look, if you get free medical here, we already get a form of it. We get like a partial free Medicare for all the people on disability. Sometimes we're fully covered all the way around. It's already part there anyway. It's just people that are low income. But to have full out free Medicare, we'd all be waiting in line for 3 fucking years for one goddamn appointment. And no, I don't. And plus, look, the monetary system in general sucks. Okay, if we could just get rid of money, we'd all be doing a lot better. But people are convinced we need it. So I don't know. It's just, we're primitive in that way. We think currency is the way. And if, even though you think, oh, maybe I do believe in Jesus, okay, but in a different kind of way. He threw over the money changers tables because he didn't want currency to begin with. But once it got in place, he said, go ahead and pay, a Caesar's tax or whatever, go whoever the Roman leader was at the time, pay the fucking taxes or, because why? Because God is not all powerful. That's why. He was only powerful enough to originally throw over the money changers for trying to charge more tax and shit. But in the long run, he caved and said, go ahead and pay the fucking taxes or else you're all going to fucking suffer. So what does that mean? That means that he didn't say it like that. I'm paraphrasing, but basically he gave in because he is not all powerful. That's my opinion about Jesus Christ. He's got powers, but he's not all powerful. And look, when he got tortured on the cross, hey, that's because
That's because at the time, his miracles weren't capable of working for some reason. Somebody cut him off. That's why when he was on the cross, he said, Father, why have you forsaken me? It's because he was on the fucking cross and he got tortured and murdered. And he was trying to, before he died, he's like, why have you forsaken me? It's because you were doing a job. He was doing a job, and maybe he didn't know that he had to get killed at the end or something. But I know it's getting a little out there, guys. I know, but that's just what I believe. I know it's a little bit out there. There's two people in here. I think Squishy Socks, DLF is watching the entire time you're on. So just know that. He may have told you to come to my channel. He also may have not, and you may doing this on your own fruition. But at the same time, if you go to his channel, he may hold you accountable for coming to my channel. I'm just saying. And I never did anything to DLF. You know what I did? I offered DLF clothing, dinner, but his other trolls were making him so mad, he blocked me included. That's what happened. I never did anything to that guy. I was going to try to help him. I was going to actually go and help him. In Buffalo, I was going to travel to Buffalo and help the fucking idiot. Yeah, I know. I'm not trying to say bad things all the time. I have my opinions. That's all. I just want you to be careful, Squishy Socks, because he may try to block you just for coming to me. Is all I'm saying. Because he's probably monitoring my live streams. And but anyway, flying over trout. Let's go back on that. Flying over trout. Almost 20,000 subs. He's tied in with DLF. Because he was a DLF fan at one time. Yeah, opinions are awesome. So flying over trout, Squishy Socks. He has a YouTube channel. Go check it out. And I'm not sure, he may be gay or something. But I did try to offer him a place. I just said I like women, but I don't like to see homeless. So I was trying to help him. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was trying to help. I just made a comment. He may not even seen a comment. He may be gay or something, and maybe he's offended by whatever I say. But when I was looking at his live stream, he wasn't shooting down Trump or anything that I know of. I mean, he wasn't like saying anything bad or anything about Trump. He seemed to be a nice person. And I was gonna, I tried to help him. So I tried to help flying over trout. So if he responds, I'll give him a place up here for $350 a month. He could probably afford that. He's trying to find a job right now. I might even give him a couple months free if he responds, just to get him on his feet. He's supposedly just found a job flying over trout. Almost just is like about to get a job or something. So I'm the kind of guy, I try to stick my neck out and help people, and they don't even fucking respond back because I look creepy or I look like a drug addict. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. But I'm just trying to help them. I'm not gay. I love women. So this room up here has got $1 million view. All these homeless people have turned me down. I even tried to help a homeless person that I knew who was my friend in Thousand Oaks. But he didn't even want to do it. I have this weird feeling that a lot of homeless people like to feel the conclusion of being homeless. It somehow stimulates them. I don't know why. I have no idea why. But when I was homeless, to some degree, when I was homeless, I felt like it was interesting to be homeless in some way. It was interesting in that I had to put my hammock up. I had to make sure things were good. I had to make sure when I'm walking at night, I don't step in another homeless person's turd. So I had go find another place that most homeless people don't know about and shit. It was difficult, but it was interesting at the same time. Yeah, I offered him, but he's not going to respond back necessarily. I am that kind of person. I am very liberal inside. I am the kind of person to help a homeless person, and I will. I don't care if they're Democrat or Republican. I will help any. I don't even care if they're gay, honestly, unless they act too gay. If they act too gay, then maybe not. But as long as they just No, act like a normal human being. Don't act all, girly and shit. Then I don't have a problem. I do have a problem with gays that act girly and stuff like that. Yeah. Can't handle that. I wouldn't want that coming and going from my house. People think I was taking it up the ass or something, but I'm friendly. I'm a friendly guy. I mean, I've always been friendly. I only am what I am, rude or whatever, to certain kinds of folks that I think deserve it. And that's it. And Squishy Socks, please give me some extra likes on my last video, because I do need them. I got 3 dislikes and 2 likes. That's not enough. So, the word is out. I am still offering a homeless person a place to stay. This is after 8 people have turned me down. I got a 2,200 square house in a beautiful part of the country in California. And it's not Big Bear. Big Bear is a fucking huge area. This is a small area. It's not the same mountain range. I don't think it is. No, we're in a different part. I'm actually close to the coast. This mountain range is the closest Southern California mountain range to the coast. So I'm close to the beach, actually, in a lot of ways. I mean, it's a drive. It's like an hour and 40 minutes to the beach. Or actually, yeah, it's about that. And it's nice up here, and but we're surrounded by desert. So in the winter, I can skateboard during the winter because the desert heat will warm it up here enough to be nice out. Okay, take it easy, Squishy Socks. Have a good day. And peace out, man. I appreciate you coming in. Well, there's still 3 in. That's awesome. So, I'm the kind of guy that will help people. I don't give a fuck. I might even consider a girly sounding gay person, but you can't act that way in front of my house. Don't act that way in front of my house, please. Act like you fucking got testosterone just fucking, up to here, okay? Because when you're living here, I don't want any of that. People are going to fucking start to associate me as a fucking guy lover. And I don't like guys. I like women. Peace. So, rock and roll is just boring music to me these days. It sounds all rehashed. It's just fucking 10 million ways to make rock music with the same fucking bass and guitar sounds without you really understanding. That's what I don't like about rock music these days. Okay, so we're reaching the 55-minute, but I might just keep my live stream going this time because I'm bored. I don't want to just fucking go find something to do right this split second anyway. So, but flying over Trout he's in a car that looks like it doesn't have any AC, or I don't know, it looks miserable. And he's in North Hollywood. North Hollywood is fucking, I mean, I guess if you have money, it'd be all right, but you're gonna get all those people from Selmar in North Hollywood coming and going, and all those people from the, LA coming and going in North Hollywood. It's just a montage of the most disrespectful fuckers too that are homeless. Because, well, I mean, I don't want to hate homeless. Like I say, I try to help homeless, but I had this when I was living in North Hollywood, I was in one of those transitional housing places, and my money was still frozen, so I only had my disability. And a homeless place for people with AIDS was not far away, and that fucking place attracted gay people with AIDS coming and going all the time. And so anytime I had to walk past that place, I was always concerned about it was just weird. And then one time I walked past it, and this skinny looking homeless dude that obviously probably was gay walked almost right into me. Because why? Because maybe that's what they get off on. he probably knew that I wouldn't like to bump into a skinny looking AIDS patient, and he walked right into me. I basically had to kind of get out of the way, but I was thinking about bumping into him. I was like, no, I don't want to bump into a gay guy that may have AIDS, So I fucking let him have his day, and I moved away from him. But yeah, that fucking guy was fucking like, probably dying of AIDS, and I mean that whole fucking North Hollywood area is just, it's better than Selmar for sure. But if I was flying over Trout, I would go, like if he was living out here, he could get a job at the golf course probably, as long as he doesn't have a fucking weird background or anything. He could probably get a job out here at the grocery store. He could probably get a job out here at the coffee shop. I mean, there's things going on out here. He just has to respond to me, and I'll fucking talk to him. There's 3 people in right now. Squishy Socks has left chat, so anyone else that wants to say something, feel free. I'm going to go get some more coffee. I'll be right back. Okay, so yeah, so I guess I'll go into this right now in case Flying Over Trout sees this. I am not a party line Democrat. I'm not a liberal. I am an independent who is voting for Trump. I don't want to see homeless people, but I would consider giving somebody free rent here for a couple months just so they can establish, if they get work and whatnot. I would help a homeless person, but homeless people think I'm a fucking scary looking guy. I don't know. That's probably all it is. I'm actually a very nice person. In person, I'm as nice as you can possibly. I am just a nice person by name. I was taught in military school how to do that. But also, I enjoy being nice to people when they're nice to me. That's it. I enjoy being nice to people. I don't see why it would be a problem for a homeless person just because I'm voting Republican. No, I fucking don't want to see homeless people either. I'm the same fucking, I'm for real though. I'm not just some person in a social security office that says, we'll make sure that you get your food stamps. No, I'll make sure you have a fucking place to stay. And I'm not going to sit there and feed you, but I'll give you a goddamn roof over your head. They won't down there. They might eventually get you on some affordable housing, and that's it. And it'll take a long time if you get on a list sometimes, depending on what kind of housing you're talking about. Those people aren't that concerned about you. I am. I'm just an individual. So I don't want a squatter in here, obviously. I don't want somebody who's going to say, well, I'm not going to pay rent because you already let me in there. No, I'll have them sign something. It's not that difficult. Just have them sign the right kind of contract. It just says you have 2 months free and then you have to start paying. I would do that. I would do that for somebody that's, trying to get off the street. I am not I treat all gay people out in public as friendly as possible. On my channel here, probably not as fucking much because a lot of them are haters on me that are on the internet. Because I like women and I express that I'm not about being gay. Period. End of story. You know, I'm not even about trying to encourage it, but I am as nice as possible to them when I'm out in public. Now, there's this one gay guy. He started telling me that I look like I was going to go on a date. You know, like I was getting ready for a date, and I got insulted by that. I was like, bro, you don't want to fucking be asking me about my dating habits if you're gay. End of story, bitch. So, you know, I don't talk to him friendly anymore because even though he thought it was an innocent enough thing to say, when you're gay, you don't mention my fucking, you know, dates, sex drive, or none of that shit comes into play, bitch. Or you fucking don't get talked to anymore. And that's what happened. Now whenever I see him, I just nod my head like that, and you know, I don't say anything rude because I don't want to have anything to do with somebody asking me about my dating habits. That's gay. End of story. So I do get upset when that happens. That's about it. You know, to me, that's insulting because it's like, dude, that's none of your fucking business. I'm a heterosexual. You're gay. So take that shit to someone else, like one of your gay people friends, and say something like that. Don't come up to a heterosexual and say that. End of story. So, yeah, as long as you act like a normal human being, I'll be honest, flying over trout looks like my brother Tim. I am not kidding. That's why I even said what I did on his channel. I mean, he looks like my brother. Fucking, he even acts a little like my brother, which is weird in itself. They have the same features. I'm not kidding you. He looks a little different. Yeah, obviously he doesn't look the same, but he looks a lot like my brother. It's a trip. That's why I fucking offered him a place, because he reminds me of my older brother. Although my older brother can be a dick sometimes. I guess I can too, technically. So nobody in chat, but there's two people in, so that's okay. They're listening to me, so I can just keep my fucking live stream rolling. So Stone Breed sucks dick. They got 12 likes from a year ago video and no dislikes. So I'm not telling you to go give them dislikes or nothing. I wouldn't do that to somebody. But I do feel like a lot of their likes are just people that got freebie coke, freebie drug, you know, nice little drug transactions, stuff like that in the back, in the parking lot, while before and after the gig. That's simple. And that's where their likes are coming from, you know. Some of that good powder. I kind of wish I had a fucking couple lines of coke. That'd be nice. Right about now, that'd be nice. I'd do it right in front of the camera. I'd just say it was sugar. Powdered sugar. You know, a lot of people should just do that shit on camera, on YouTube right now. They should fucking just do up their coke and their meth and everything right there in front of the camera. As long as you don't, you know, have an age restriction, do that shit right up on the camera. Because why? Because the cops don't care about it anymore like that. You know, now if you're driving around with it, the cops might stop you, knowing that you did a video on it, because they'll use that against you when you're driving around. But yeah, they don't care about it. Like if you do it on your YouTube channel, snort cocaine, I doubt they give a fuck. I don't know. Maybe somebody would report you for it or something, but I don't think so. I think it would be neat to see DLF do a gram of cocaine. That'd be fucking a riot. As long as he quits saying that stupid shit on his title. Fat, retarded pedophile and stupid shit like that. He's not just trying to get attention. He's going to attract pedophiles by saying that. So that's my opinion. And so, yeah, there's no fucking sex offenders up here. I just like to keep reiterating that. You know why? Because I did a skateboard video and there were kids in it. And I don't want to have that in my mind where people are thinking weird shit like that. So it was nice to find that out, that there's no sex offenders up here. So, and yes, my shit is for 18 and older. Or, I mean, there's no age restriction. What I mean is there's no age restriction, but it's not for kids. You know, my channel is not for kids. Yes, I showed some people on skateboards that are kids, but my shit is not for kids. And if I ever decide to do that shit in the future, I may change create a new channel for that because I don't know. It's not probably a good mix on my channel. Probably not. No, I don't want. I have showed the kids my videos of what I did for them, but I did get permission by the parents because I know the parents. So I don't play. Homeboy don't play. I make sure everything's on the up and up. Whenever I do something, make sure it's on the up and up. I would like to see longboarding Lenny, or no, it's called longboarding with Lenny. I think that's what it's called. One word. And I want to see that guy do some fast sliding, but I can't push buttons like that. I would like to see him come out to the West Coast and just do a raw run, a fast one. But I don't know. I don't know if longboarding Lenny does super high speeds. I've seen him do slow speed slides. I guess I have to investigate, see if he's done anything like a fast raw run or something. But he definitely has the slide techniques in place. I would really like, I know I'm switching topics to skateboarding again, longboarding rather. I always say skateboarding when I mean longboarding. It is skating, but it's longboarding. It's not skateboarding. Downhill longboarding. The only way you want to look it up is downhill longboarding or raw runs. That's how you find these guys that go downhill. And I believe that these people that do this stuff, they have special powers to go downhill that high speed and still manage themselves. And they're fearless, like a lion. You got to be fearless to be on concrete and go that fucking fast. Okay, you got to be fearless. And if you do have anxiety, you're still fearless though. If there is an anxiety to do the run, they're still fearless to do it. Okay? That's why longboarders are cool. Downhill longboarders are so fucking cool because, you won't find hardly any black folks doing that. Not that I'm trying to point fingers and say blacks don't do that. Eventually, when they hear this video, there'll be some good downhill longboarders that are black. It's just a matter of them catching on. Now, there is one, but he's always tucked. He's always down in a tucked position. That's longboarding 254. His longboarding style is tucked all the time. I have never seen that guy stand up on his skateboard full out. And I'm not sure why that is. But he is good. He's pretty good. He can go pretty high speeds and do some pretty cool stuff. And he's a friendly person. So I go to his channel, and he's got some educational things that you can learn about longboarding from him. You can gain some insight as to what is safe. He tucks, I think, because he's just trying to be safer, lower to the ground. Longboarding 254, and you can learn about wheels and shit. Now, a lot of these guys, their wheels cone out because they slide a lot. So their wheels are coning out so quick because they slide a lot. Now, me, I don't slide as much. I'm a slalom boarder. I want to see Ryan Leone get on his goddamn skateboard and show us what kind of equipment he got, what kind of trucks, what kind of fucking bearings do you use, what kind of fucking, do you use risers? I've looked at Ryan Leone's channel and looked for a skateboarding video. He says he skates, but I haven't seen one goddamn proof that. Another thing about Ryan Leone, I'm not trying to point fingers at him and diss him or anything, but I would like to see his skateboard. Here's something that is, I haven't seen him enough to know, but he says he has a wife named Karina or something. But you never see her, never even hear her in the background. The other day, he was supposedly in Big Bear on a vacation, but he didn't even fucking do a video around there. I mean, could you at least do a video around there? Show us some of the sights, some of the fucking, shopping and just some of the sights. But no, he went all the way on vacation just to do one video on vacation in that place, and all you saw was the roof, and that was it. So I don't get it. While people go out to a place that beautiful and then don't do outdoor video or a live stream or do some video of the scene, of the area, it made no sense. So Ryan Leone, please show us your skateboard. What kind of equipment do you use? Maybe show us your wife. Maybe show us, some pictures of Big Bear when you were up there. Did you take any pictures, Ryan? Because most people had to take pictures when they're in the places like that. So that's all I'm asking. Show us some motherfucking pictures of goddamn Big Bear. And he didn't. And why? I mean, if I was up there, the first fucking thing I'd do was take pictures of the area. Or video, actually. I'd take video. And then I do, I probably do a live stream outdoors so you could see the fucking background of where he is. But he didn't do that. So I'm questioning whether or not he was even in Big Bear. Just some of these YouTubers say shit and you just wonder, is it even true? I'm not trying to diss on him. I just, I'm bringing up his name a lot because he does have some decent amount of subscribers and maybe someone clip off in my direction eventually, especially if I don't talk shit, but I am kind of a little bit because I want to see his goddamn skateboard. I want to see his hardware, maybe his wife, maybe, or maybe just her shoes, or maybe just her calf muscles. Show your wife's calf muscles. That would be acceptable. Have her say a few words, Ryan. Have her say a fucking few words off camera. That would even be acceptable. And Ryan Leone, the one thing I do have a gripe about is you talk about all the sex offenders up in Big Bear, and then you talk about how you need to go masturbate, or you masturbated. It's like, dude, come on, that's not funny. I mean, it's not funny. I am dissing on you a little bit there. That's not funny. Bringing up sex offenders and then say how you masturbated. I mean, that's straight up ghetto. That's straight up fucking ghetto. All right, we're going to leave. The stream's over. Bye.